Okay, we are live. Welcome everybody to Get Motivated with Lauren and Randy. I'm Randy Kartchner. I live in Maryland in the United States of America.
Yeah, and I'm Lorin Nicholson. We're all the way on the other side of the world, Randy, in Brisbane, Australia. So it's great to team up this magic we get from all over the opposite side of the world.
Yeah, it's fantastic. My wife and I got to be over there with you guys 4 years ago, and that was a superb experience. We loved it, and ever since then, I've always wanted to have a chance to chat with you and talk about ways that we are able to be motivated and a little bit about each other. So why don't you start and tell us a little bit about you, and then I'll do the same.
That's right. Why don't we do that? Because you've got lots of friends and family over there that don't know me, and I got lots of friends and family that don't know you. So I'd love them to get to know you as well here in a moment. But can I firstly start though, Randy? We're just saying, when we say get motivated, this program's not going to be sort of all the bells and whistles and smoke and mirrors and hoo-ha and it's hallelujah brother sort of thing. It's not that kind of get motivated, but I think you and I have had a lot of really authentic life experience and certainly lots of experience in inspiring people to become their very best. And for those who don't know, I was born legally blind with about 10% sight, and as I've grown older, that eyesight's got a bit worse. It was kind of a genetic problem that affected me from birth, and so life's certainly had its challenges along the way, and so I'll certainly share some of those, and more important than the challenges, I guess, are some of the strategies for success in that time. But I've worked in the health industry a little bit like Randy does, although a little different. I work as a remedial therapist. I've been fixing people with bad backs for like 30 years now, and you're dealing with people with lots of issues, not just their biomechanical problems, but often with emotional and mental and dietary and all sorts of things that impact people's lives and lifestyles. But I had the very unique opportunity probably about 18 years ago now, Randy, where for me, motivational speaking wasn't something I ever planned to do. Although I really love people and I don't mind speaking, I was actually a fairly quiet, shy sort of a person as a kid, but didn't mind getting up in front of people when I had to. And anyway, about 18 years ago, I was invited to come and speak to a group of people, and they, I'd never done it before, and I had to put a few thoughts together and a few experiences and messages. And when I spoke to them, they were pretty impressed. They were pretty blown away. And afterwards, the organisers came up and said, "Hey, Lorin, you should be doing this because people would really be inspired by your life story." And I know that when you put your mind to something, you really can achieve it. And so, kind of in some ways, I have two careers that in some ways dovetail together, but in other ways they have been quite separate careers for me, and really, really enjoyable. One sort of helping people's physical issues, and another one maybe inspiring people to live better and healthier, more fulfilling life. So I'm looking forward to sharing some more of that, Randy, as we put some of these episodes together.
Yeah,
That's all me. How about you?
I love that. And just a little background about how Lauren and I met. Ironically, I have my Oz hat on today. I was just telling Lauren, it's the only hat in my closet that doesn't look stupid. So, because it's really early for me, and just bad hair day in the morning. So this is a great way to start. But Lauren and I both are musicians, so we sort of met that way. But ironically, I lived in Australia back in 78 to 80 in Brisbane, and not far from where Lauren and Lisa lived. But oh my goodness, it was probably 9 years ago, Lauren. I heard about Lauren as a musician, listened to some of his stuff, and it's like, wow, I got to connect with this guy. And so I reached out to Lauren, and over a few communications, we got to be friends. And then 4 years ago, my wife and I got to come over because I had a tune that got kind of released over there, even though it was on YouTube, but Lauren played the guitar on it. and it was a great song for Christmas. We got to work with Patrice Tipoki, who's amazing also. But that was a great opportunity to come over and really get reacquainted with the wonderful country of Australia. And I started off working in the music business full time, and I did that for over 30 years. And then my health was going majorly south, and I had a unique opportunity to be able to find a physician-led program that helped me to make changes with my health. And so consequently, things have changed for me. I work in healthcare full time as a health coach, helping people, and I'm still doing music, but music is now a focus of how can I write something that might be motivating to somebody else. So my motivational stuff has been mostly through music, but because of that, I've gotten the opportunity to start doing a little bit of, not really speaking like Lorin, but just communicating through a YouTube channel thing that I do about once a week called Fortissimo Friday. But part of the thing that I'm sure that Lorin, you can speak to this as well. As you grow in what you're doing and you start to motivate and help more and more people and your sphere of influence grows, you have to not be afraid to speak out. And for me, being a touring pianist for a little while and playing sessions and stuff like that, everything's been behind the piano. So I was always happy to speak or say something as long as I was hiding behind my piano. And so now this is an opportunity for me to be able to speak out and share a little bit more about, things that I've learned that have been able to help people without the piano, but yet at the same time, music has taken on a whole new meaning for me this way. And so Lorin and I got to perform together 4 years ago a few times, and now I've just been itching to do more of that. So hopefully in the future, we'll have some opportunities to figure out how we can do that, over the net like this. But that's how we sort of met. We both love helping people. So we've intersected on two parts, in healthcare a little bit and musically as well. So do you want to say anything about that, Lorin, too?
Randy, look, it's been a pleasure to work with you. And, music really is, we know that, and, music's that universal language. We've all heard that before, but I think we really do underestimate really that I think the healing and emotive power of music. And so I think, even though you say, you sit behind the piano and I sit behind my guitar, that, but you're not behind it because the piano is a part of you, Randy. It's and the guitar, I guess, becomes an extension of me as well. And and I think I'm primarily an instrumentalist. I can sing, but I'm not a really strong singer. And yet I sort of think in some ways, I know my wife often says this too, like, you don't need to sing because the music says, the music tells the story. And sometimes the words kind of get in the way, it's like, well, let the listener come up with their own story, their own words and message. And I really believe that, everyone has their own unique life and unique story, don't they?
Absolutely. Everybody else.
It's about unlocking that, and pursuing your own dream and your own story, and being proud of and pleased with who you are as a person. And there'll be things that we can do and others will do to help you discover that and to reach that goal, that potential.
Well, it's just like you said, you didn't realize as you're getting into the speaking part of things, you didn't realize that you had a gift to be able to inspire people until somebody told you that, right? And that really helped to raise your feelings of your feelings of self-worth, realizing that you could do more than just that, right?
Well, that's right. And that's the really interesting thing, isn't it? Sometimes you don't recognize in yourself until somebody else helps to identify it. And I think that's also interesting because sometimes we spend, maybe this is our get motivated or our inspirational message for today, is that don't compare your weaknesses with other people's strengths. Discover your own unique strengths and focus on those and share those with other people, because their lives will definitely benefit from what you have to offer and what I have to offer and what you, Randy, have to offer. And it's all very, it's all unique to us. So don't focus on their strengths and your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths, and also, I guess, having worked with a lot of Olympic athletes over the years in my therapy industry, they often talked about going out there to break the world record or the Commonwealth or the national record, but the one that they talked about more than anything was the PB, and we all know that's personal best, and that's the record they're trying to break, and no one else can break that record. Only you can break it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we should all be aiming for, the PB.
I absolutely love what you said. And to your point, we can't compare ourselves to other people because all we see is that particular moment that maybe we're thinking, wow, I could never be like that. Well, you don't want to be like that. You want to be like you. And we don't know what that person has been through. And so why would you ever compare your worst to what is perceived as somebody else's best? You know, that's an important part. Also, I've worked with a lot of star vocalists on different things and play the piano for them. And what I've always noticed with a true artist is they know who they are, and they're not trying to compare themselves with anybody else. In fact, they will always say, speaking about somebody else's performance who's another star, wow, she's really good at that. She does that well. And this is my area of focus here. So to be your best self, you have to recognize what it is that you bring to the table and really concentrate on that and not trying to be somebody else. I love what you said. So
That's awesome, Randy. Yeah, no, I can certainly see that, and so, ladies and gentlemen, hey, thanks for joining us this week. Randy and I really look forward to spending a little bit more time having you join the channel, share it with others, the YouTube channel, the YouTube link there, and like it and hit that bell button or whatever it is. I'm blind, I can't even see the darn thing, but anyway, whatever it is, you've got to tap on the screen there to get onto it. And we're going to help. We're going to do our best to get you motivated. So thanks again for joining us.
yeah, we look forward to the next time. Look for the next Get Motivated with Lorin or Randy. We're looking forward to seeing you all then.
See
All
ya.
right. Take care. Bye.